Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Genshin Impact. As we're gonna go ahead and, as always, we're gonna keep on continuing the story. So it looks like we have to go and find the Guizhong Ballista. So let's go ahead and go and do that. Make my way across the field, going to the next adventure. Now let's see. I think I may have to go up in a second. Yeah, I'm at the bottom. Nothing seems to be activating yet, so I believe I have to go up into the structure here. So it looks like we have to do some climbing. Let's see. Looks like there's a footfall there. There we go. Kind of go at it to the right then. Preferably maybe not all the way to the ground. Yep, found it. Because of that, we want to hit the corner here. There we go. And then finally, here's the ballista.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an Adeptus to build this.
If you say so.
But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need.
It is true. Maybe multiple people?
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
Is there a way for us to fix it?
Aw, what? It broke?
Boo.
After millennia of wear and tear, even Adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your unlimited high society knowledge powers!
Unlimited knowledge.
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing quaint pieces of trivia on demand.
I mean, you do know a lot of information.
That said, let me think for a moment. Ah, yes. Spare parts were made for the Guizhong Ballista when it was first built, in case it was damaged in battle.
Okay, so where would those spare parts be then?
As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass.
Okay.
If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong Ballista. One just needs to understand the basic working principles of the device.
Yeah, and I believe you are said person?
So, what you're saying is that you actually understand the working principles?
Of course.
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic.
You seem to have a smattering of knowledge of a lot of things.
With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
Alright, so it looks like we need to get into the storeroom then. So let's see how to go about doing. Really? Well, I mean, I'll take the open window.
Where's that supply post? Here, post...
There we go. Helps open up the entire place. And a lot of chests in here. Might as well pick them all up. There we go.
Starfall!
There we go. That should be everything. So let's take the materials. I'm gonna wait a second, just to make sure I didn't miss any items from the chests. Okay, didn't look like I missed anything there. A fun little game design there. Literally just leads you, if you look to the left there, it leads you right into the hole that you need in order to get inside. Anyways, time to repair.
Ah, these parts look useful.
Well, that's good. Especially after all this time.
One moment. I will try to repair the device.
It's good that they haven't degraded.
It is done. The Guizhong Ballista is more intricately designed than I thought.
Ooh. Now how do we turn it on?
Paimon, don't. I don't trust you with the controls.
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
Neat.
Over here we have nothing. And over there, more nothing.
Yes, but some beautiful landscapes.
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing?
Pew, pew, pew.
So you fixed up this turret because you're planning to do what, exactly?
Not a turret. A Guizhong Ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you ask a question. It's just good manners.
Are you blind or something? You're looking at the leader of the treasure hoarders, old man.
Oh, really?
This area's supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping watch. It might look like any other mechanical device, but trust me, it's got a mind of its own.
Oh, it's automated?
Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. And then we turn our backs for 2 seconds, and you've already gone and repaired it! The next thing you'll be repairing is your faces! And that's if you get out of this alive!
Well, looks like we have some young folks we have to take down.
Tut tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an Adeptus for selfish gain. Disgraceful behavior. It is not we who need reprimanding, but you.
Alright, looks like we have to fight.
You're open!
Surrender and it will be gentle.
So are you.
Come a little.
Hey, don't be throwing dirt in my face.
No one escapes my sight.
And lastly, we got you.
The hunter comes the hunted.
Shake!
Nope.
Fry! That tingle! That tingle! Pick the wrong test subject.
You're in for a little shock.
Fry!
Yep.
Go, Barber!
I got careless. Fry! Fry!
Let the show begin. Not so hard. No escape. Get him.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
I'll protect us.
Should be a nice fire.
Starball!
Phew.
These lowlifes didn't know who they were messing with.
No, they did not.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time. We should focus on our contract with Chi-Chi.
You got it.
Oh, yeah, that! So we've got the Guizhong Ballista working, but where's our CocoGoat?
CocoGoat. Why do I immediately think of chocolate milk?
A search using the Guizhong Ballista revealed no significant life forms nearby, save for the usual wildlife. What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an Adeptabeast, as Chi-Chi put it.
Okay, but the fact that we didn't see anything,
Which means...
preparing this was a complete waste of time? No, I wouldn't say that, but...
Paimon wouldn't go that far. We did something positive, right?
We did indeed, yes. And we took out the leader of the treasure hoarders, or at least one of the leaders, at least.
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy, explain that we could not find a CocoGoat, and review our next step.
Maybe there's an alternative then.
Good idea. We did our best, and that's what counts.
Alright then, now we have to head back to Boo Boo Pharmacy, so let's see. Ooh. Oh, for a second I thought I was gonna enter into a cutscene. Anywho.
When I don't want to, it tastes gross.
Hey, Chi-Chi.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We found no trace of the CocoGoat Adeptabeast of which you speak.
What a disappointment.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. But I feel very disappointed.
Aww.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Because it's a small little child that's very sad right now. Chi-Chi, do you have any other clues? What do you need this CocoGoat for? Or how about any other clues?
CocoGoat milk is tasty.
Oh.
So tasty.
Is it chocolate milk?
Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adeptabeast could make such tasty milk. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. That's why I wrote it down. Where did I put it?
Is it a name of a brand or something then?
Ah, here. This is the name. Coconut milk.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement with this zombie child, when perhaps I should have undertaken further due diligence.
Yeah, just maybe ask a little bit more information.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the Leyline proverb goes, all things are random and, so how are you supposed to predict anything?
Things
Literally
happen.
no one could have seen this coming.
Excuse me, everyone. Did Chi-Chi say a bad thing?
No, Chi-Chi, you didn't.
Oh, sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
Oh, gee, thanks, Paimon. It's time to tell you where coconut milk comes from. All begins with the fruit of the coconut tree. Oh, my lord!
No. Impossible.
It's too cruel.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
You just need time to work through it. They all need to grow up sometime.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Oh, not a problem, Snake Man.
Might I ask who?
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Nice to meet you.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck.
Some wacko. Wow. Really rude, Paimon, for a first, meeting too, no less.
What a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi.
Not wrong about the mascot.
Ah! The snake is speaking!
Nothing in Liyue surprises me anymore because we're in a fantasy world.
I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a living, breathing serpent.
Cool.
Don't mind Chung Sheng. She's a good girl, really. As for you three, communal chaos causing with Chi-Chi aside, what business brings you here?
Oh yeah, we need some... I don't remember what it was. Was it incense or herbs or something? I feel like it was something along those
Do you
lines.
sell everlasting incense in this fine establishment?
It was incense.
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last, things are finally starting to come together.
Paimon, wait a second.
3 million mora. Top quality. Guaranteed.
You might as well just rob the golden house.
Aw, too bad the Chising have taken it over for now. Security will be tighter than usual.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself. Though practically speaking, it could be a hard sum to come by.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much Mora. And as for Mr. Zhang Li, he's around 3 million short.
This is correct.
No shame
What are
whatsoever.
we gonna do? Is this the part where we go crawling back to child?
Maybe. Okay, Paimon, stay there right now. I need to go punch a child in the face.
CocoGoat! CocoGoat! My sides hurt. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you fell for that.
Maybe I'll also punch him in the stomach as well.
Hey, less laughter, more sympathy.
No sympathy is here, Paimon.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more than happy to sort out this mess you've managed to get yourselves into.
Well, if you say you're almost, in tears over there, I can certainly make it to where you are tearing all over the place.
Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to collaborate in the future. If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the Fatui could help by setting up a robust and speedy distribution network.
This feels more like a bribe.
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much fuss over coconut milk?
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
Hurry, now.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,990,000 mora.
That's like 0 difference from 3 million.
2,990,000. Also an innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it is a whole 10,000 less than the original sum of 3 million.
Gosh darn it, Zhongli.
Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, Little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
That lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope? What have I missed?
Probably a lot.
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House, if not the Exuvia?
It seems like things are coming to a head soon.
I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liyue saying goes, the walls have ears.
Especially when there's no walls at all. Alright, then let's go ahead and take the everlasting incense and go and place it up on the altar over here. Should just be, yeah, it's right up there. In time, though, in time, we will be punching a child in the face multiple times. In time. Alright, here's the incense.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've acquired the everlasting incense. The completion of our preparations is not far off.
Okay, so what else do we need to do now?
Whew, finally.
Well, traveler, have you gained anything from our adventure so far?
Well, it's certainly been odd.
Odd?
Not sure if we've been living a high life or experiencing the struggles of the poor.
Which is it, I wonder?
I think we've just been living.
The questions that such travels raise are ever so complicated. Well, I'll leave you to ruminate over it yourself. As to remuneration for your help, I've decided to treat you to a meal.
Really? Zhongli? Treating?
Yes, don't worry. I will remember to bring the Mora this time.
That doesn't provide me with much confidence.
Tonight, I shall take you both to an old hole-in-the-wall, praised throughout Liyue.
Hole in the wall? As in a cool restaurant?
Indeed. Let us meet near the harbor, at third round knockout.
Okay. Zhongli Street. Wait until... Okay. Time to speed up the clock then. Oh, don't be yawning now. You're gonna make me just start yawning, Lumina. Now let's see. Looks like we could just fly on over there. Hey, Zhongli.
Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so.
Oh, thank you.
Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as fruit juice.
Does this mean I can order wine this time?
I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
Well, that's one workaround, I guess.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the tale of Lady Ningguang's Jade Chamber.
Oh, Lady Ningguang, you say?
Hey, there's even a storyteller here. Great atmosphere.
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place is so well loved.
Get to see the people walking around, going about their day-to-day business. Beautiful weather with the leaves falling all around us. And now we also have a storyteller to add to the ambience.
But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the one the Tevat travel guide uses to judge other establishments.
As you all know, high above the land of Liyue lies a pavilion in the clouds, a palace in the mist. What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's masterwork that bridges earth and sky. Imagine, the weather is clear, and you gaze down from the deck on the world below. Behold, the glorious sights of Liyue Harbor, stretching out far and wide.
Ooh, cutscene.
They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her Jade Chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it.
Interesting.
These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their value.
Okay, makes sense. You know, basically the leader or the person in charge of a Liyue, you know, learning about, you know, the information of where they're going in the direction with Liyue itself.
Merely grasping one or two of them will surely gift you a fragment of her wisdom, enough to stay a step or two ahead of your peers.
Considering the fact of how much, you know, merchants are around the area, it probably has something to do with that. So it gives people an idea of what to start, you know, supplying for or preparing for.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this name a lot.
We have indeed.
Leyline locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's most likely the one who hid the Exuvia, and we saw her at the Rite of Descension.
We did indeed.
Huh. Paimon wonders what sort of person she is.
At last I have found you. You who returned from Jueyun Karst.
Oh, who's that, I wonder?
Who's there?
Come on, we gotta go.
Wait, I am not with the Millelith, nor am I here to claim your bounty. However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion, and I have come specifically to meet you.
Hi, Ganyu.
Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for the Qixing. At the moment, I am serving as Lady Ningguang's special emissary.
Ningguang sent you? We were literally just talking about her.
Yeah, fancy that. It's a weird coincidence.
My apologies, you who have returned from Jueyun Karst. I am duty-bound and cannot extend my courtesy to you in full.
Aw, you're a sweetheart.
But I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal invitation to you in her capacity as Tianquan.
Oh, okay.
She invites you to her palace in the sky.
And we were just learning about that too.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite her to come here. I wish to meet her. At the Jade Chamber, together we shall snip every one of these entwining dark threads.
It basically sounds like get to the heart of the matter. Alright, Farewell Archaic Lord has been...
And with that, the emissary who called herself Ganyu just disappeared.
like a ninja.
But we've received an invitation from the Liyue Qixing. Paimon still can't believe it.
Well, hopefully it's not a trap of some kind.
We'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count. We should be on our best manners.
I always mind my manners, but you, on the other hand, Paimon, you seem to be up to something again.
An invitation to visit the Jade Chamber is a rare honor indeed. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've finished at the Jade Chamber, meet me at Dihua Marsh.
Okay.
Don't worry, we won't forget. Dihua Marsh. We'll see you there.
I'll make sure to put that in my adventures log. Oh.
Listen.
Well then, it appears that we cannot continue on with the main story at the moment, which means it's time for side quests. And we've certainly been accumulating a whole bunch of them, so hopefully we can do a lot of these side quests. Hopefully that'll raise our rank enough to where we can continue the main story. So since we're already in Liyue, let's go ahead and talk to Catherine. Hello.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
You wanted to speak with me?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
I suspect this is for you. A letter? For me? Oh, so you're an adventurer from Mondstadt. What's this, a dandelion? Why is there a dandelion in the envelope? Venture, did you place a dandelion in this envelope to try and prove you're from Mondstadt? There's really no need, as there is more than enough information contained in this letter to establish your identity and background. It wasn't me, but I bet it was Catherine. Catherine. Oh, you must mean Mondstadt's Catherine. Why did she put a dandelion in with the letter? Very odd. A dandelion isn't much use to an adventurer, now is it? Maybe it's a symbol. Not that it really matters, of course. This letter from the Mondstadt Adventurers Guild says that you're a highly experienced adventurer. If that's true, I'm sure you're ready to take on commissions from the Leyline Adventurers Guild. A whole new world of wild adventure awaits you. Ad Astra Abazleek. Okay, basically just showcasing we can do other quests. Or daily quests, I should say. Ooh, we got a Shrine of the Depths key for Mondstadt. Nice. Next quest. And it looks like we need to talk to someone named Ji Tong down here. Hello. Traveler, hold on a second. What's up? I know this is a bit sudden. I know this is a bit sudden, but do you have any interesting cameras? Sure, a little. Well, this camera here is no ordinary camera. It uses the latest technology from Fontaine. The photos printed by this model all come with a unique effect not offered by standard cameras. Oh, really? For real? Hey, I'm telling the absolute truth here. If you don't believe me, you can ask about the Adventurers Guild. I was just there, though. I was skeptical at first, too. I played around with it for ages, but couldn't get it working. Eventually, one of the adventurers from the guild gave me a hand. Now, you must be wondering, what makes this camera so different? Well, it's to do with the eternal design. It takes a certain kind of potion that adds a special effect during the printing process, making the photos look much better than those printed by your average camera. What do you think? If you're interested, I can let you play around with this one for a while. It has a limited variety of potions, but enough for you to get a feel for how it works. I plan to make a trip to Fontaine at some point and purchase some new variety of potions. So if you're interested, I hope to have your custom then. Alright then, thanks. How much do they cost? Don't you worry about that side of things. They're already very cheap when purchased individually. If you plan on buying in bulk, we can discuss discounts. Please keep this camera as a token of my esteem. If you enjoy using it, I appreciate your business in the future. And he has disappeared. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at our inventory real quick. Believe that's our very first gadgets. Alright. Looks like that takes care of that. Now then, it looks like we need to talk to a Miss Yu about something. So let's see. Hello, Miss Yu. Hello, you interested in doing some work for the Ministry of Civil Affairs? Ministry of Civil Affairs? Yes, the Liyue Minister of Civil Affairs. I've said this like 3 times now in a time span of 3 seconds. My name's Miss Yu, and I am a resource manager with the Ministry of Civil Affairs for... By resource management, we don't just mean the management of material goods. We also manage information and human resources. I trust that you two understand how important resource management is to a city that prizes commerce as much as Liyue does. Exchanging material for manpower and intelligence and using all 3 to solve issues, that's our ministry's specialty. To put it more plainly, you help us, we pay you. Haha! Makes sense, basically commission work. But there's still more details to it than just that, of course. Go ahead, have a look for yourself. You can see what work is available to you now. I currently don't have my reputation up to level 2 yet. Ooh, I did too. Ooh, hold on a second. Not quite yet though at the moment, but we can get a recipe though. How about it? There's work you're interested in, you can get started right away. If you're able to successfully complete the work, not only will you gain reputation, but there will be rewards awaiting you as well. It will definitely be worth your while. Still, the work you can take on is depending on your reputation. Given that you're just starting out, you will most likely only be able to take fairly routine tasks for now. But if you'd like to try your hand in more important tasks and see better rewards, then you'll have to earn the trust of others. I suggest taking as much work as you can. I'll keep that in mind. Another quest done. Yay. Alright, on to the next quest. Alright then. So it looks like the next thing I want to do is go to the area around Sao Tare. So it looks like an area of leeway we haven't explored yet. So we'll go ahead and start making our way over there. And also I'll hit up any teleporters along the way, of course. Given the way things are currently at the moment, I'm probably going to have to do some more exploration if I want to continue raising my rank. I don't want to upgrade my session rank at the moment, since I still haven't gotten my characters fully leveled up. I want to wait a little bit before I raise the world level. So for now, though, we'll keep moving forward. I want to get to that red pillar of light over there first. My stamina is not quite long enough yet for me to get across small little portions of the water like that yet. Yeah, probably in the foreseeable future, I'm probably going to see about going back to Mondstadt and start focusing on getting all like the treasure chests I can collect. At least that way it'll help improve my rank a decent amount. No, I'm not gonna pick you up yet. Actually, maybe what I should do is I should, instead of going to Mondstadt for the treasure chest, maybe I'll focus on getting all the Geo-Oculuses next. So at least that way I can help build up my stamina even further. That's probably what I'll do next, in all honesty, a little bit more. Nope, something just spawned. Just gonna ignore them. Again, the environment is just breathtaking. Just look at that. Oh, you can see the inn over there. Hi, Dandy. Bye, Dandy. And here we are. Let's go ahead and activate this. The world opens itself before those with noble hearts. Ooh, Continental Explorer. Nice. So it looks like now we just have to go north from here and we'll hit the area that we need to for the quest. I'm good. Continental Explorer. Yay. And now we can just glide across. See, there was a method to my madness. I still have to go up on a mountain at some point. I'll probably do that a little bit later. Now, right now, I just want to focus on... I'll probably focus on Liyue first with the Geoculuses. Then afterwards, I'll probably move back to Mondstadt as a whole and then work on all the treasure chests. And then from there, we'll see whether or not if I can continue on with the main story or not. We'll see, we'll see. And there's a teleporter I can activate, so that's good. At least that way I can come here directly, Ooh, cutscene.
Yeah. Something's definitely off here. Look at all that spooky smoke around the Leyline deposit over there.
That would do it.
Could that be where the monsters are coming from?
Probably, It looks very menacing, that's for sure.
Looks like the Millilith have set up camp to deal with this. There's soldiers and fortifications everywhere.
That deposit looks familiar. We best stay on our guard and prepare for a fight.
Yeah. Let's fight side by side with the Millilith and send those monsters packing. Just like old times. Then, we can focus on what to do about that weird deposit.
Alright.
Halt, you two. There's danger up ahead. I'll have to ask you to turn back.
But where there's danger, there's goodies to get.
No, wait. I think I recognize you. Are you Sergeant Traveler?
Sergeant Traveler, what a name, eh? I wonder when that happened.
Sergeant? What the heck? Have you been doing night shifts in the Millilith while Paimon's asleep?
Me? Absolutely not, actually, as far as I'm aware of. I have a bounty on my head. When did that change, I wonder?
I am Feng Jin, leader of this Millilith platoon. Staff Officer Su Ding has mentioned you before, and had nothing but praise for your extraordinary talents.
Okay.
Our reports also list you as an honorary knight in the Knights of Favonius.
I am?
Captain-level authority in times of crisis.
Oh, really?
Therefore, it seems only appropriate to address you as Sergeant. But now that introductions are out of the way, let's get back to business. Please, come with me. We should meet with Lady Yuheng.
Okay.
Wait, Kuching's here too?
I wonder who Kaching is.
This situation must be more complicated than we thought. So much for solving this with one quick fight.
Oh, it's never like that, is it, Paimon? Also, something tells me that this is far, far into the future that we're seeing glimpses of.
Lady Yuheng, as you predicted, the Traveler and her second-in-command are here to see you.
Second-in-command, that's you, Paimon.
Good work, Fangjin.
Hello. Oh, am I gonna get a notification, actually?
It's been a while, you two. I see you're still chasing danger. The news has barely gone out, and here you are, first at the front line as ever.
Well, of course I have to be, especially when there's goodies involved. Sergeant Lamine reporting for duty. Well, second this time, but we'll do our best to help.
Let me start by giving you a brief background of the situation.
Alright, also I love your outfits. Kaching, the Driving Thunder. The Yuheng of the Liyue Kaching. She's a diligent, extremely capable worker. Though once dismissed of a god, she became deeply aware of how Rex Lapis had labored on behalf of the nation of the millennia as she became more involved in its affairs. Perhaps because she aspires to be a role model for the people, she always had the highest standards for herself, working far harder than most. At the time, she cannot abide any form of idleness or inefficiency. Now she's forging ahead, ceaselessly to build the ideal Liyue day by day. All right.
For many years, this Leyline deposit has been very stable. However, for reasons we've not yet determined, it recently became unusually active, which has led to an alarming surge in monster attacks.
I wonder what happened recently then.
Worse still, eliminating the monsters seems to have no effect. The Leyline disturbance remains, and anyone who comes into contact with it is transported to a strange domain. This is the first time we've seen this sort of anomaly.
So it sounds like it's not the monsters that's the problem, although it seems like they're more of a side effect of what's really going on here.
Yikes! That's really weird. So, somehow, this Leyline deposit is turned into a sort of teleport waypoint? And shouldn't you guys be calling from our backup? There's no way a camp this size can withstand an otherworldly invasion.
Oh, we having cosmic entities invading Teyvat now?
Please don't worry, Paimon. Our defenses are as stable as can be, and all units are elite officers who have served in the Guili Plains. With their experience, each one of them is easily worth 100 troops.
Okay, well that's comforting.
Still, the longer this garrison stays up, the more costly it will be. If we don't find the source of the Leyline disturbance soon, we run the risk of depleted resources and troop fatigue.
And which means you'll have to go back and resupply, and in turn that could cause the situation to deteriorate even further.
Military action should be taken with precision and prudence. Every attack has to count. A passive defense is always a losing strategy.
That makes a lot of sense. Sitting around and waiting for the enemy to attack sounds like it would really suck.
That it would.
Yes. Which is why Yelan has taken a team to infiltrate and investigate the domain. They should be back in a few hours with the intel we need.
Should be is the phrase there. A few hours? I'm sorry, it would have taken my time if I'd known the lady Yu Hang wanted to catch up with Lumine in private. Whoa! Where did you come from? Hi, Yelan. As a special intelligence officer who works under Ning Guang, spy, Yelan comes and goes like a shadow. Spy ninja. Even the ruling Kaching with their vast powers must find some dark corners hard to reach. This is where Yelan comes in, with her task being to clean these corners up by dint of her exceptional capabilities as an intelligence agent. She's a secret spy is what she is. A word to the wise, do not try to lie to her, for falsehoods may last as long as fragile bubbles before her meticulous thoughts.
Ah! Why'd you have to sneak up on us like that, Yelan?
Because it's fun.
You're back early. I'm guessing things didn't go according to plan.
Of course they probably didn't. Well, there's good news and bad news. Alright, tell me the bad news first. Oh, the good news is that we now have a rough idea what's going on. In short, this anomaly is a vestige of a past Leyline disturbance. By examining on-site samples and cross-checking them against our war records, I was able to confirm that the Leylines are currently reenacting major historical battles inside the domain. This likely explains the monsters that managed to slip out, too. Interesting. So it's remnants of echoes of the past, then. Another Leyline disturbance, huh? Sounds familiar. Thought it might. My source tells me that Monster has experienced a similar phenomenon in the recent past. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Fortunately, the situation never spiraled out of control thanks to a relentless effort by a certain honorary knight and dark knight hero to keep the monsters at bay. Yeah, that's correct. I think this was a long while ago, if I recall, where basically some of the ley lines were acting funky and showing things that happened in previous times. This eventually depleted all the information stored in the ley line, after which it returned to normal. Basically, they waged a war of attrition and won.
Well, that explains why the Leyline deposit is bright red. There was one just like it back then, too.
Yep.
Big and red and plump. Huh, like a juicy apple ripe for the picking.
Tell me more about this honorary knight. Sounds like a cool person. I don't remember that. Maybe I really do work when Paimon's asleep. I see what you're doing, Lamine. Making light of the situation signals to the person trying to hire you that they want you to take things seriously. They need to make you a serious offer. But don't worry, we won't disappoint you on that front.
You're starting to lose Paimon a little.
And the bad news, Yelan? Give it to us straight.
Sure, as you've already noticed, this Leyline disturbance differs from previous cases in that defeating the monsters here in the outside world will not suffice. You have to defeat them inside, don't you? So unless we target the deepest reaches of the domain and defeat all the monsters lurking within, this battle could drag on forever. To complicate things further, there seems to be a strange set of rules at play in the domain. Oh, interesting. So like a seal of some kind, maybe? While we were inside, my team and I started to notice that something was working against us, forbidding us from reaching the core. Things went smoothly at first. We were collecting and analyzing items without too much trouble, but once we pushed deeper, the team was overcome with a sudden sense of weakness. They could no longer fight at full strength. Oh, okay, that sounds like maybe someone either reduced their damage output, or maybe a seal of some kind that reduces their hit points. Meanwhile, the monsters only got stronger, of course. Some of them even showed traits we've never observed before. It got pretty dicey at points. My verdict is we need to find someone highly resistant to Leyline interference who can look into the domain's rules undisturbed. If they lead a squad inside, they could figure out how to navigate the environment, then strike at the heart of the domain and quell this Leyline disturbance once and for all. I see what you're doing. I'm the only viable candidate.
So to summarize, we have two options. The first is to strengthen our defenses, keep fending off the monster attacks, and hope the disturbance dies down in due course.
That's a lot of hope, though.
Option 2 is to send the Traveler inside the domain with a team of troops to eliminate the disturbance at the source.
Maybe a team of trial characters.
Understood. I'll prepare for both courses of action. I'll need to contact Ningguang and request additional funding for our defenses. At the same time, I'll reach out to the Kayang to discuss manpower. We need to get our troops on rotation as soon as possible.
Hey, isn't this the part where you're supposed to tell us to get out there and give them what for?
Sorry, but peacekeeping in Liyue is a duty that belongs to the Millilith and the Qixing. It's my role as commander to keep my officers from taking on unnecessary risks. Plus, I don't want you taking this on all by yourself. For reasons both professional and personal.
Aw, she's worried about us.
So if you don't want to get involved, I won't force you. I'll simply treat this like a long-term training exercise for the Millilith, with several platoons working in rotation to eliminate each wave of monsters. Meanwhile, I'll have scouts keep up the intelligence-gathering work inside the domain. Once we understand it sufficiently well, we can put a strike team together to head in and neutralize the threat. Of course, if you do wish to participate, you'll have my full support, and the entire garrison at your disposal.
Oh, sounds fun.
And once the Leyline disturbance has been brought under control, I will review your record and compensate you accordingly.
Alright then, I'll help for reasons both professional and personal. As a friend, I must stay and fight.
Paimon too! Whichever way you cut it, we can't sit this one out. We're allies of Liyue. We're the best adventurer duo around, and we're friends of Keqing and Yelan.
Nothing's gonna keep us down.
Plus, we don't need to worry about being shortchanged. Keqing and Yelan will definitely make it worth their time.
Yay, goodies.
That looks like determination to me.
Of course.
I like what I see. Alright, here's how we're going to do this. Yelan, tell your team to prepare for another trip into the domain. This time with the Traveler joining them.
Not so fast. I need some time to think this through. The situation at the site is in constant fluctuation, so we can't just go rushing in. We have to time it just right. I mean, take this time to rest up and assemble your A-team. Be ready for anything. This will be a fiercer battle than most. Enter the domain through the disturbing point. Alright then, well. I'm probably not ready to do this, honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I want to see how far I can get, though. So let me go ahead and just activate this waypoint while I'm here. And time to enter the domain through the disturbance points. just fine. Now's the perfect time. When we seize this chance, we should be able to go deeper into the domain's core. Of course, that's assuming we can figure out the rules along the way, as well as how to deal with our foes.
Keep your eyes peeled and your blades ready. Be aware of your surroundings at all times, and look out for one another.
Do the best we can.
Remember, whenever the situation takes a turn for the worse, it never hurts to retreat and regroup. Don't go pushing yourselves too hard, all right?
Okay.
With that said, I await your triumphant return.
A triumph return you shall have. I'm ready for whatever this domain throws at me.
Yeah! We'll be back with good news for the both of you.
I'll try. Okay, then well, at least that finishes off that quest. Well, let's go through the Stygian Onslaught then. You must select a difficulty for the Stygian Onslaught challenges. As the difficulty increases, the challenges will start featuring Leyline disturbances, which affect combat. Your opponent will also grow trickier to deal with. Completing a more difficult challenge will also let you obtain the rewards from the difficulties below that one. After you enter a challenge, you must head to 3 separate battlefields and complete 3 time-limited... No! Not time-limited, nothing but that. The challenge is considered complete for this difficulty once all opponents in the 3 battlefields are beaten. This looks like I'm going to be fighting against multiple bosses, it seems. You can invite teammates to take part in co-op challenges while in co-op mode. When multiple players enter the challenge, your opponent's combat power will change to that of the corresponding co-op difficulty, and will not continue to change based on the number of players during the challenge. Co-op challenges results will be recorded separately, and you can check said records at any time. However, only single-player mode challenge records can be displayed. Alright, select difficulty. Right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick with normal, since I'm probably not strong enough to do anything more beyond that. Alright, defeat powerful opponents on 3 battlefields. Exalted ones will receive an Eminent boon. And then we have 3 battles here. So I need to have Fire and Dendro, and Cryo, it seems. So Cryo, Fire... I'll hold on to... Okay.
There's a lot of very fascinating people in the academia. Kinda makes me want to go study there.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from? This scenery...
Silence!
Into the wind. Push your luck.
I'll protect us.
Free wind strike.
Crash maneuver.
Push your luck. Fine. Into the wind. Frostbite. Dodge this. The wind knows me. Cool it. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. Dodge this. One with nature. This moment will be frozen in time. That was unexpected.
Yes, sister.
Wind and cloud.
Ooh, that almost. All right, that takes care of that. Exit. Ah, yay.
This domain is messed up. No wonder even Leyline found it dicey.
It's a little dicey, that's for sure. Luckily, we have co-op on our side.
Which major historical battle do you think is being reenacted here? Feels like one where most soldiers would be way out of their depths.
Maybe it's the Archon War, the Konya Cataclysm, perhaps? Or maybe it's all the bosses we fought along our journey here.
Hopefully not. Surely not right. Please tell Paimon you're exaggerating.
Oh, perhaps, maybe not. It's hard to tell, Paimon, in this fantasy world.
Ah, you're back.
I am indeed, yes. And by the look on your face, I'm guessing there's a triumphant return after all? Yes, it was.
Sure is. But it was really, really scary in there.
It was a little dicey, I won't lie. Describe the battles you fought to Kaching and Leyline.
Incredible. You did very well to brave all of that and still emerge victorious. Good work.
Thank you. After you enter the domain, there was a sharp drop in stray monsters out here. And although you didn't eliminate the root of the problem, it's plain to see you've weakened the Leyline disturbance considerably.
Which means you've weakened the monsters as well. Now any rank-and-file soldiers can comfortably fend them off.
Okay, that's good. Or they could enter the domain and get a taste of real danger. The Leyline disturbance is a stubborn foe. It will take time to conquer it.
Why do you sound weirdly excited about this? Don't go getting too bloodthirsty.
I don't know. I mean, as long as it gives me, it's not the blood, thirsty. I am goody thirsty.
Oh, one other thing. We received a response from Yujing Terrace. Both the Tianxuan and the Kaiyang have agreed to establish a long-term partnership with the Traveler.
Long term, you say? Go on, Kaching, go on.
Thanks to your tireless efforts, we may even be able to turn this Leyline disturbance to our advantage.
That sounds good.
Moving forward, you'll have the full support of this garrison. While the disturbance remains active, the Millilith will take care of any monsters that escape from the domain, using the opportunity to hone their combat skills. You, of course, are free to enter the domain if you so wish.
We turn the tables on the situation. What started as a potential crisis is now a major asset to Millilith recruits. Great news, I'll keep giving it my all. With the immediate danger gone, I'll support as needed.
That's a big weight off our shoulders. Anyway, where were we?
I don't know, where were we? I believe we have to continue upping our adventure rank at the moment, so we can continue on with the main story.
Oh yeah, ley lines are pretty fascinating things, aren't they? If only there was a way to grab them and shake all the secrets out.
Well, there is a specific device at the moment that's currently floating around, but we'll see how that pops up, you know, and let's see how that'll shift things later on.
Or, who knows? Maybe one day we'll run into some smart cookie who hands us a big thick book called Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Ley Lines.
That sounds like developer talk. Well, anyways, that takes care of that quest for the time being. Alright. I think for the time being, we'll go ahead and we'll stop there. It looks like we're going to be need to do a lot more stuff if we want to continue on with the main story. Alright then. Well, for now, everyone, I'll go ahead and I'll leave you off here. I hope you all enjoyed, and see you all next time. Bye!